is because Alexis Arguello is coming into the ring. And while he might be one of the most beloved guys around, I'm telling you, Jefferson is too. Two of the nicest guys, outside of yourself, of course.
Of course. They're both gentlemen. And in this part of both of these guys' career, you hate to see the one lose, but you know, that's the name of the game. Somebody has to lose, somebody has to win.
In boxing circles, this has really been treated almost as a title fight. We'll be back. We'll be back after this local break. There you're looking at Pat Jefferson. How do you think his chances really size up? Well, I spoke to him just a little while ago, asking him about his chances, and here is what his opinion was.
One pro record into a fight against Johnny Bumpus. Jefferson's lone loss had come 1 year earlier to Tyrone Crawley on a close 8-round decision. And once again, despite cutting Bumpus, staggering him, and giving him a rough night, Jefferson found himself on the wrong end of the decision. I asked Jefferson what his fight plan would be against his legendary opponent.
Basically, it's stay off the ropes, not get trapped, is basically what I plan to do. I don't plan to run from him by no means, but I just don't plan to stay on the ropes too much. Plan to make him work 3 minutes of every round if it's either backing me up, moving, throwing punches, being on the offense or being on the defense. I plan to make him work as much as possible, especially in the first 3 rounds. I feel from about round 4 on, from that point on, about every round that goes by is an added plus for Pat Jefferson. The rust, I think, is going to set in on him just like it would anybody else after about the 4th or 5th round. The first 3 rounds, he's going to be just as dynamic as he was 5 years ago, I feel. But once he gets winded and once he has to start using his mind offensively and defensively and his legs, I feel that that's going to be an added plus for me at that point.
And the tale of the tape says Alexis Arguello is a little bit taller at 5'10" to 5'9". The weights don't really matter because these guys are honed. The reach, the wingspan anyway, goes to Pat Jefferson by an inch, but the Randy's reach, 28 inches to 30 inches for Arguello. Arguello's got those long punching arms. 33 years old is Arguello. 28 is Pat Jefferson. What I think really matters in this fight is that 2-year layoff of Alexis Arguello. Can he come back? Well, we'll find out. Let's go up to ring announcer Mitch Abboud, a state senator, and get this main event underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, the main event. And now, in the red corner, from Rapid City, South Dakota, now boxing out of Eugene, Oregon, with a pro record of 25-5 with 10 KOs, currently rated 7th by the U.S. Boxing Association and 8th by the National American Boxing Federation. Here is Pat Lightfoot Jefferson. And in the blue corner, coming in at 141.5 pounds, a boxing legend in his own time, originally from Managua, Nicaragua, now residing in Miami, Florida, and Meredith, New Hampshire. He is a 3-time world champion, now, tonight, making a comeback to be the only man in the history of boxing to win 4 titles in 4 divisions. He has professionally recorded 78 wins, 6 losses, known as one of the hardest hitters in boxing. He has won by 63 knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, the 3-time world champion, Alexis Arguello. Arguello.
Well, you could feel the butterflies. I don't care how many times Alexis Arguello has fought. This one has to be the biggest fight of his career. Same for Jefferson.
Yeah, this is the biggest for both of them. And tonight, we'll see if Alexis is really back. This is going to be a good test for him, Randy. And I'm interested in both of these fellas, see who comes out.
Well, the opening bell seconds away. Referee Bill McConkey checks everything, and there's the opening bell. Pat Jefferson on his bike, as we thought, right away, moving left and right, just trying to deke Arguello out of position. Arguello has never been a fast-handed fighter or a fleet-footed fighter. His thing is pressure, and he likes to brawl. And now Jefferson sets the pace coming in. Jefferson in the white trunks, Arguello in the blue. Arguello physically looks like he hasn't been away a moment.
I agree, Randy, and it looks like he's down to serious business, too. He just, regular glows, steps right in, moving right in there, trying to cut Pat off. And Pat, he knows he cannot be caught on the ropes.
This is incredible. Alexis Arguello has been sparring with guys that weigh anywhere from 126 for speed all the way up to 175 pounds light heavyweights. And the guys tell me Arguello is cracking. Arguello in his career has 15 first-round knockouts. He has 13 more in the second round. That's almost as many fights as Pat Jefferson has had total.
Yes, no.
So many guys have attempted comebacks, big names. Muhammad Ali tried it twice. His first comeback after that layoff in 1967 was successful. Then when he tried it later on, after losing to Leon Spinks, he beat Leon Spinks, then laid off for a while, tried to come back. He couldn't do it. Jess Willard couldn't do it. Jack Dempsey couldn't do it. James Jeffries couldn't do it, and on and on. And tonight the question is, can Alexis Arguello do it?
Well, there's only one man in front of him who can stop him, and we'll see.
Midway through round number one. This one is scheduled for 10 rounds.
You can tell that Alexis is the more the veteran. He's taking his time, setting everything. Pat is working kind of fast, moving. But he knows he can't be against the ropes. Oh, good body shot by Alexis. Good right hand. Sometimes,
Bill, you know,
it does.
What I'm going to put to you, the judges, you know, they know so much about Alexis Arguello. Do you think in a close round they really can mark us, if it's a close one, mark it in favor of Arguello?
Well, that's hard to say. You know, if probably if Alexis is you know, forcing the round, they would most likely give it to him just because of his name. You know, that's the style he fights. He doesn't usually see him backing off. So in Pat's case, I think that's a negative on his part. He has to get the judges on his side. He's got to move in, don't back off him.
That was a right.
Especially when he hits him, yeah, it was a good shot.
Nice right hand underneath by Alexis Arguello, his best shot of the fight. He hasn't done much throwing this round. He's been feeling out Pat Jefferson. There's about 10 seconds to go in the opening round of this fight, scheduled for 10. Don't go away, because round number two, a scheduled 10-round junior welterweight bout between Pat Jefferson in the white trunks, Pat out of Eugene, Oregon, and Alexis Arguello, the former three-time world champion featherweight, junior lightweight and lightweight champion, making a comeback tonight. Round number one was real close. Pat Jefferson moved a lot. Arguello just felt him out, keeping those hands high. A close round. I thought Jefferson might have won the round. A reminder, we'll be going to a local station break at the end of this round. And Jefferson smartly, wisely ties up Arguello on the inside. Jefferson doing exactly what he told me he'd do. Sometimes fighters tell you one thing and do another, but Jefferson said, I'm not taking any chances with this guy. Bill, you and I were at ringside in 1978 when Villamar Fernandez outboxed Arguello by moving some more. And tonight so far, it looks like that's what Pat Jefferson wants to do.
Yes, that's what Pat has to do. But you see Alexis is back to his old self, taking his time, moving in, trying to cut him off. And he has to do that to Pat, because Pat is like, he's moving around, shooting a jab, low, shooting a jab, high, and keeping Alexis always wondering what is coming.
Well, it's Pat Jefferson's theory that if he keeps Arguello moving, keeps him in the middle of the ring, makes him stand on those 33-year-old legs, which have been away from active boxing for the last 2 years, he'll tire his man out, and he'll win an easy decision. We're 1 minute, minute and a half, make it through round number two, midway.
This is where Alexis wants him, but he's not getting off fast enough, Randy.
Well, Arguello's never been known for those fast hands. His thing is power. He likes to come in and slug. He said that's what he hopes Jefferson will do, slug with him.
That was a good counter by Pat Jefferson over Alexis' right jab. He threw a slow jab, and Pat went right over top.
Under a minute remaining in round number 2. Randy Gordon and Bill Costello at ringside in Anchorage, Alaska at the Sullivan Arena.
Alexis is really putting the pressure on now.
Well, for round number 1, Alexis more or less followed Jefferson in circles, but now he's coming forward. That time, Arguello smiled at Jefferson. It's not too often you see Arguello smile at an opponent, get cocky in there. He usually doesn't change his facial expression at all.
Maybe he knows something we don't know, Randy.
About 20 seconds to go in round number 2. Billy, quickly before the round ends, is Jefferson fighting your kind of fight if you were in his corner?
Most definitely. He's doing the right thing.
We'll be back after this local break. 3. Pat Jefferson in the white trunks against the comeback kid Alexis Arguello, who's still searching for that elusive 4th title. Arguello in the blue. Now
like
turning
hurt Pat. You hurt Pat with a shot there. You hurt him, Randy.
Pat is shaken up, but he's doing what he has to do, and that's get on the inside and hold on. Jefferson has been down twice in his career by Johnny Bumpus and Cubanito Perez. The Perez knockdown came last April when he lost a 10-round decision to Perez. Everybody around thought he won the fight. It was a knockdown where he got hit, hurt, and when he saw Cubanito still coming in at him, went voluntarily down just to try to break Cubanito's rhythm. Pat has a real solid chin.
Well, it's better be solid because he just got hurt and he's complaining to the referee about something. I don't know what it was. But Alexis, he's stalking him, taking his time. He's setting him up.
For this main event, both fighters are using 8-ounce Everlast gloves. These are the gloves with the thumb, not the tab, not thumbless, but with the thumb. Arguello smiles at Jefferson, invites Jefferson to come in because that's what he wants, a brawl. And there's no way that Jefferson wants any part of a brawl.
Good blocking by Alexis, very good. His reflexes aren't that bad, Randy.
Well, I think a lot of questions are being answered to this point. Jefferson still has in his mind he wants Arguello to stand on those 33-year-old legs. Arguello has fought 10 rounds or more on 23 occasions. Jefferson has gone that distance 12 times.
Pat's slowing up, too, Randy. He's slowing up. He cannot stay on them ropes. He cannot stay on them ropes. Alexis is cool and calm. Pat's like, he's over anxious. He's moving too fast.
Arguello straight up, keeps those hands high. Doesn't really use the knees so much. Just comes at you, keeps those hands tucked in, the elbows tucked in, the gloves up high. And Jefferson now trying to move. Bad place for Jefferson to be. He ties up Arguello for a moment. Referee Bill McConkey tells Jefferson get him up, and he tells him a second time to get it up. And then he looked at Arguello and told him to keep the punches up.
Come on, don't play with it. Get up these marks.
A reminder, we'll be going to a local station break at the end of this round, round number 3. Nice body shot with the left hand by Arguello.
It hurt him. Backed him up. It hurt him. Body shots.
Nice shots to the body by Arguello, who's smiling again. I have never seen this kind of Alexis Arguello who smiles at an opponent. Normally you could hit him and hurt him. You can do just about anything to Arguello, and he just doesn't change his expression. There's about 10 seconds to go in round number 3. We'll be back after this local break. Jefferson got hurt for a moment, Bill Costello.
Yeah, he was leaning against the ropes, and Alexis caught him with some good body shots and the head shots. See him holding on.
And now here we are live, round number 4.
That's what Pat has to do. He has to keep that jab in Alexis' face. 2, 3 fast ones. Alexis has just one, and he moves in. It's just a real hard one to set you up for the other punches.
Well, there were some pretty pat punches, but there were scoring shots on the part of Jefferson. And again, in and out, side to side. And that's kind of the way that sometimes Aaron Fryer in his 2 fights against Arguello poked him, moved around side to side, spun him around, held him. But you don't stand in front of Alexis and punch with him.
That's a no-no. And this is what Pat has to do. He cannot stay. That's a bad position for Pat right now. Move, baby.
Billy, I noticed that Jefferson is complaining once in a while over to referee Bill McConkey, who's not doing anything. Do you have any idea?
I can't understand it. I don't know. Alexis is fighting his fight. He's hitting him with body shots. I don't understand it. Alexis is not complaining.
I see no...
He's holding Alexis' glove. What is he complaining about?
Right, I see no thumbs in there. Arguello is one guy who, when he throws his jab, makes sure the jab is closed. Lots of guys, when they throw the jab, sometimes tend to open it. Some of the outstanding heavyweights around today do. Larry Holmes, Carl the Truth Williams. A reminder, we'll be going to a local station break at the end of this round, round number 4.
See how Pat just shot 3 and 4? That's what he has to do. He cannot throw one in shots like that. He can't do that because Alexis picks him off and counters off that. In this position, he cannot be in.
That time, Arguello started to commit himself on a right uppercut, left himself open. Jefferson really didn't take much advantage.
He was a little too slow delivering the punch.
In his career, Alexis Arguello has boxed a total of 478 rounds. That's twice as many rounds as Jefferson has boxed in 3 times as many fights.
Just hit him with a great combination. Hook over, hook under. You hurt Pat.
Pat is hanging on now. Under 1 minute remaining in round number 4. Arguello opens the guns. Just keeping the steady pressure on. Arguello not rushing things. Drives a right hand to the body. It's those body shots, Bill, that really stay with you.
That's really slowing Pat up to them body shots. The right hand after the left hook is slowing him up. And that jab, Alexis, it's like a bullet. Boom! One stiff shot.
A nice hook by Alexis Arguello. Now he's trying to draw Pat Jefferson into a slugging match, but Jefferson's corner tells him keep moving and use the jab, which he does right there. About 15 seconds remain. We'll be back after this local break. Don't go away. Nailed by a solid Alexis Arguello hook in round number 4. He did all he could to stay up on his feet, and he did in round number 4. And now we are in round number 5 of a scheduled 10-round junior welterweight bout. Scheduled 10 rounds.
Oh, he hit him with some right hand. With delayed action, he hit him with a good right hand.
Oh, Pat Jefferson, the agony on his face as he went down. The legs a bit wobbly.
Yeah, he caught him with a good right hand, Randy.
He has got to move. He has trained to move. He has got to do it. Another right hand. His legs are going. He's ready to fall.
Left hook. Oh.
In comes Arguello. His corner admonishing Arguello, get on him and throw punches. In the other corner, they're screaming at Jefferson, who does not hear them. They're telling him to move or clinch.
He's got to move. He can't stand there. He's a target.
Billy, I don't think he can move. The legs are shaking.
Get him body shots got him, Randy. Slowed him right up. He's right in Lex's area now. Right in my area.
Arguello sees it now. He sees his comeback victory. So many fighters that we talked about have trouble coming back. Sugar Ray Leonard tried it a few years ago after 2 years away, and he was 28 years old. He won his fight, but he didn't feel right, so the reflexes were gone. Hung it up then. And here's Arguello at 33, trying it one more time, looking for a 4th title fight.
Beautiful
a
right
4th
hand.
championship, rather.
The body shot got him. Body shot. Hit him with a right hook to the body after the uppercut.
Jefferson gets up again.
7, 8, right in here. You ready?
Plenty of time remained for Arguello to finish his man off. 1:15 remain here in round number 5. Alexis Arguello's fight average. His fights go 5.69 rounds, and if he can put Jefferson away here, he'll be shortening that average. In round number 5, he has stopped 7 men in his career.
Body
Jefferson
shot.
goes down again.
Body shots. Pat is in the wrong place.
That was on his own volition he went down. The standing 8 count is in effect here. The mandatory 8 count is in effect, and the 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Arguello will now try to finish it off with 45 seconds remaining.
Pat's got to move. He's standing there. What is he doing? He's got to move.
Very bad move. Arguello's been able to put home that right hand. I don't think Arguello looks like he's been away all that long. He looks pretty sharp, especially against an elusive opponent like Jefferson, who's hurt again.
So them body shots have really taken the toll out of Pat. And against these ropes, Alexis can do whatever he wants, and he's landing them really hard.
15 seconds to go. He goes down again. And that is it, the 3rd knockdown in the round. It is automatically over. Referee Bill McConkey doesn't want to see any more. Stops the fight. Alexis Arguello up in the air with a comeback victory. Even if McConkey hadn't stopped the fight, it would have been over because the 3 knockdown rule is in effect. And Alexis Arguello has won his 79th bout against only 6 losses, and he is well on his way, I think. It was a very impressive victory. He's well on his way. If he says he wants that 4th championship shot, I think he's got a real good chance of getting that shot again.
It looked good tonight, I gotta say. It did look good.
A happy Alexis Arguello. His manager, Bill Miller, on the right. There you see trainer Eddie Futch. Alexis Arguello being cooled down. And obviously that punching power has not left him. He's not the speed demon he once was when he's a featherweight. He slowed down after that. He was never fast as a junior lightweight, even slower as a lightweight, and rather slow as a junior welterweight. But, oh, my goodness, the man has never lost anything in the punching power department. And, Billy, the first knockdown of that round. Arguello just put on the pressure.
He's a right hand, I believe it was the right hand.
A right hand. That was knockdown number 1. Usually, Billy, when you go moving up in weight, you start losing punching power. But it seems like the more this guy goes up, the harder he hits.
Yeah, Alexis, I don't...
And then there was another knockdown. Arguello again with the heavy pressure, again with the big left hand.
This body shot does it, Randy.
The left hand staggered him, and the right hand just took it right out of him. He drops down to his knees. That's knockdown number 2 in round number 5. Flaco Explosivo, aptly named the explosive thin man, Alexis Arguello. Hugging one of his good friends, a construction engineer from Miami. Some of his friends from Miami Beach. Being toweled off by Don Kahn, his longtime trainer, an outstanding trainer who did perhaps the most marvelous job of his training career tonight with Alexis Arguello. Let's go up to the ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2:47 in the 5th round by the 3 knockdown rule. And the winner, Alexis Arguello.
.247 of round number 5. 2:47. Put it in your books. The history books. It'll be a trivia question. Did Alexis Arguello win his comeback fight? Who did he beat? The answer is Pat Jefferson, who was so game, but just couldn't take the heavy bomb, the heavy lever thrown by Alexis Arguello. We'll be right back talking with Alexis Arguello.